Hi there. My name is Peter van Garderen. I am the CEO and co-founder of Landano, an exciting project that's looking to secure property rights for disenfranchised rights holders around the globe. I'd like to present to you the most recent version of our pitch deck and perhaps interest you to become more involved with our project as a potential user, partner, or investor.
Landano is a software platform that manages decentralized land right records on the Cardano blockchain. Landano allows for ownership verification, trustworthy sale transactions, and transfers of other types of land rights while opening the door to new DeFi lending opportunities. It is Landano's explicit mission to democratize access to land right records by leveraging Cardano blockchain technology. Land and home insecurity is a global problem, with some estimates that 5.5 billion people have legal rights to their land or home but lack the records to prove it. That's 70% of Earth's population. And 1 billion of this number reported living in daily fear of losing their land, home, shop, or farm. Without access to land right documents, billions of people currently face long-term insecurity and a critical barrier to building wealth for their family. Many centralized, government-run land tenure systems are falling short. They are difficult to access and tend to be expensive, time-consuming, and opaque, while also vulnerable to corruption and fraud. Most are hybrid systems of various digital systems combined with hard copy records. These physical documents are prone to mishandling and mismanagement. Many resources have been spent in the last decades to tackle this problem, in particular international development aid to countries in the global south, where this problem is most acute. But these have been large-scale top-down approaches, where partnering with existing, often change-resistant bureaucracies first means adding to cumbersome processes rather than replacing them. Almost none of these have led to positive incremental change in their target jurisdictions. Starting in sub-Saharan Africa, Landano fills a market opportunity in land administration for traditional leaders. These village chiefs and family heads have been given constitutional and legal authority to manage community lands, often on behalf of tens of thousands of rights holders. Landano offers these traditional leaders a user-friendly application to move land administration from an informal verbal system, which often leaves room for mismanagement, miscommunication, fraud, and move it to a high-quality land administration system that is backed by Cardano blockchain proofs to eliminate double spending, corruption, and memory loss. Landano is different than preceding land registry reformation initiatives because we're working directly with traditional leaders in this bottom-up decentralized approach. Our methodology respects and strengthens the role of traditional leaders in the land administration process. At the same time, we help to ensure that their records are interoperable, compliant, and registered with the centralized government agencies responsible for cadastral and land registry functions. Using the Landano software, local leaders and their representatives identify land parcels in their community and enter cadastral information. Landano generates NFTs for each land parcel using the Cardano blockchain and ISO standard-compliant documentation packages. Community members identify available properties and land rights on the Landano platform using a mobile app. Users make and receive sale offers for land ownership and other property rights. Then changes in land rights are approved by community leaders on the Landano platform and minted as Cardano NFTs for ongoing verification and reuse. Landano significantly improves upon manual fee collection and fills a critical records management gap. This enables new economic opportunities for individual rights holders and their local communities. The traditional local leaders that Landano is working with have constitutionally recognized authority over their communities, including property rights. This means we are able to onboard entire communities at once, as soon as their leadership approves the collaboration. We implement batch data syncing agreements with government authorities and land transaction actors like notaries to streamline and reduce costs in the land registration process. Cadastral information is now easily accessible and openly shared, while traditional stakeholders like governments and land administrators continue to collect taxes and fees, but in a much more efficient and transparent way. Having an accessible open platform for sharing property records also opens a number of new revenue streams. We're making great progress on the ground. Since 2022, we've been conducting a pilot project in northern Ghana to better understand our user needs and drive product requirements. We work with local village leaders and the Land Commission to conduct a boundary survey and generate new parcel data for entry into Landano. We held a Chieftains Summit in mid-2023 with leaders representing over 5 million people, signing collaboration agreements to explore Landano implementation in their communities. Our pilot project in Ghana has been inspired and guided by the work done by our Mozambican partners at Terra Firma. They have implemented a constitutionally backed legal process for local villages to declare land right records. We are in the process of uploading up to 35,000 of these records onto the Landano platform to connect them to Cardano blockchain trust anchors and DeFi opportunities. We have an excellent management team to deliver on our roadmap. I myself have a background in developing and implementing enterprise digital record-keeping software. I've applied this expertise to ensure that Landano records are designed in compliance with industry standards and regulatory requirements. My co-founders have complementary skills in enterprise software development, urban planning, and business development in sub-Saharan Africa. Landano has an ambitious global growth strategy. Our plan is to build traction in African markets, where there's little competition and currently high switching costs. We're starting this year with countries like Ghana and Mozambique that have constitutions and legislation that empower local governance of land transactions. We will look to expand the decentralized land management platform to other jurisdictions like Kenya and India. Over the following 2 years, we will focus on expanding within these markets and establishing trust and momentum for the Landano platform. After we've established this foundation, we believe there's a promising revenue stream for white labeling the Landano solution for government agencies, real estate associations, and other stakeholders in land administration. We will seek to contract for services in more established jurisdictions, improving property records globally as we expand. We have, in fact, identified 6 sources of income for the value that the Landano platform is able to provide through its unique combination of enterprise platform software with Cardano blockchain trust anchors. These include one-time transaction fees, subscription-based services, tax and fee collection, as well as payment management for mortgages, loans, and leases. Looking more closely just at the core function of transferring land rights and using conservative numbers for prices and platform commission fees still adds up to significant revenue numbers. We're especially optimistic as these figures are well within the range of the average communities in our Mozambique and Ghana pilots, where some may have up to tens of thousands of residents and rural plots each. Landano has received pre-seed funding from Cardano's Project Catalyst Treasury. This has allowed us to lift off on our exciting and promising roadmap. We're now at the critical stage of completing our first production release of the Landano software and signing up our first paying customers. We're actively engaging interested investors to talk about our current funding round. We are asking for $2.3 million to help us get a step ahead and ensure that we can deliver on the promise to democratize land records around the globe for those who have been struggling to identify and defend their family's property rights. This is a worthwhile cause that also has a tremendous business upside, a perfect fit for ESG-minded investors. If that's you, and you'd like to learn more about these revenue projections, or our software platform, or our pilot project work, then we'd love to hear from you. You can email us, investors@landano.io.